With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solution, the Xfinity Series, fires things off for race number 7 here in season number 4 around the famous Brickyard. That's right, 2.5 miles around this track here tonight. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from the trackside. Qualifying already underway. Calm, cool breeze here tonight. There you see 66 degrees out there for all the race fans that are beginning to file into the grandstands tonight. 71 degree track temperature. We should see that increase a little bit as the night wears on, and we'll drop the race information for you. Go ahead and throw the qualifying rundown up there on the left-hand side of your screen. Nobody with a time lap yet. 2 minutes into this 5-minute qualifying session, you're going to have one shot out at it out there tonight. And Josh Weinrich, he's going to go top of the speed charts. Justin Gann, Todd Cray, Ron Schutte right there as well. Now John Peel up into that 4th position with his first time lap. Multiple drivers out there on time laps. Track, very busy place. What do you say we join the front stretch, take a little look from the flag stand? I believe we've got a few drivers out there. I say a few, but the track, very, very busy place. You can hear those cars flying by right now. The boss man in the flag stand right there behind the timing tower, keeping all these drivers timed straight. Josh Weinrich still top of the speed charts. Quick time so far in qualifying, halfway through this 5-minute session, 52:44 by the 84 Toyota Supra of Josh Weinrich. We're going to have to talk to the PA announcers here at the track, the local PA announcers. They're going to have to turn their audio down a little bit, getting a little feedback from them, but nonetheless, off of turn 4, that I believe was the 42 of David Elliott. Yes, it was. He's going to be 11th on the speed charts, his first time lap. Josh Weinrich waiting to come back around once again. Todd Cray now goes to the 4th spot here. Everybody chasing the 84, and Weinrich, he's had enough. He's done with his time laps. 3.5, now make it almost 4 minutes into tonight's qualifying session, and the track beginning to be a quiet track. Everybody already putting in their time lapse so far here tonight. I say everybody, we've got 5 drivers yet to go out there. Gary May, Jeff Gluckner, Chad Osborne, as well as Brandon Freese in the 21 Fast Ford Mustang. He's yet to get out for his qualifying lap, but it looks with just about 60 seconds remaining, nobody with an out lap or an on-track lap right now. Josh Weinrich going to walk away with the pole position here tonight, and we will step away for a brief commercial break. Head down trackside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in
rejoin the track high above in the turn 3 blimp as drivers begin to make their way through final pre-race inspection and head to the starting grid. That'll give us a little bit of time to run down the point standings coming into tonight's race. Race number 7 here in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports. BUTTKICKER Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series leading the points by 14. Driver inside of the 32, Darren Clement, Jason Stewart right there in the 14 machine. Oddly enough, 14 points back. Tommy Haynes, solid season for him so far. He's yet to go to victory lane, but he's all over the top of the point standings. Todd Cray, Justin Gann, both of those drivers need solid runs. Todd Cray racking up some wins as of late. First driver to go back-to-back with the race wins. Todd Craig, 3 wins in the bag so far here this season. Jason Ayerson, Jim Ott, Mike Rominger, who's got a great qualifying showing here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Back in the 8th place in the point standings, David Elliott, Jarrett Lipstruer. Not here in the field here tonight, so Lipstruer rounding out the top 10, but look like he's gonna fall a handful of positions after missing out at the track tonight. 90 laps around this 2.5 mile. I don't really want to call it an oval. It's more like a rectangle, so I don't know. Tomato. What I don't even know if that's right on that, but is what it is. And there you have your point standings coming into tonight's race. Race number 7 here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. As we already said, 90 laps around the track here tonight for all of these drivers who have begun to form the starting grid here tonight. Just a handful of drivers still yet to get through final pre-race inspection. They don't have much longer to get there, but I do believe they shall get there. Look at all the fans out there enjoying some great weather here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We've seen in qualifying track temperature 71 degrees, air temperature 66. So right on that breaking point of where it might get a little chilly when these cars go kicking up some dust here very, very shortly. It looks like all the drivers on to the starting grid. Oh, and you can hear the bells ringing in the background. You know what that sound is. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for race number 7 here with Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Inside row number 1, your pole sitter tonight, the 84 of Josh Weinrich. Just to his outside in the 29, the Indiana native Mike Rominger. Justin Gann, Todd Cray back in row number 2. Row 3 here tonight, 15 of Robbiotti, followed by the 12 of Jackson Bell. Darren Clement, Nick Hunt back in row 4. Row number 5 tonight, inside that Auto Owners Insurance number 4, Jim Ott just to his outside, rounding out your top 10, 4X Racing driver Jason Stewart. Jason Ayerson and John Peel going to make up row number 6 here tonight as all the drivers begin to make their way around turn 1 and turn 2 behind the iRacing base car. Back in row number 7, 42 of David Elliott and the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Ron Shute opened up the season here with a race when he's yet to get back to victory lane. Can the Carolina native get that 97 back to a podium spot and back to victory lane? We'll see tonight. Shooty starting from the 15th position. 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. will line up just to his outside. Back in row number 9 tonight, the 10 of Gary May and the 21 of Brandon Free. Chad Osborne, Jeff Gluckner out there on the track as Andrew Starcher and Tom Kidder both moving the race control and admin duties here tonight. Tip of the cap to you fellas. We'll send some beverages and some pizza down your way. I'll tell you what, if you want some cheeseburgers or Chinese food, I got you on that too, my man. Just let me know what you need and what you want. I'm racing this car makes its way. Looks up to getting out the way. And That's your starting lineup for tonight's race. There you can see back to the front stretch already, and we're ready to drop the green flag here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Here we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway racing. Josh Weinrich gets up through the gears better than the rest of the field. He'll keep his Toyota Supra advantage. By the time they work their way off of one close little battle here between Mike Longer and down to the inside of the little battle. The backstretch side by side, Todd Cray with the momentum on the outside. No, he's going to jump to the bottom with Dan. Look for those two drivers. Something happens with a little bit of draft work here down in the turn. Cray with the back. That's going to bring Robbie Robbie and the target machine right up on his tail end. Up inside of the top 10 right now, running in that 6th position in the Toyota sponsored Supra, obviously. Captain Obvious over here, Josh Weinrich leads by over 15 furlongs, already 1.3 seconds in front of Justin Gann. My goodness. That time, up there to the left-hand side of the screen. We follow along just like we do. A lot of heavy action at the front, a lot of heavy action in the middle and at the back of the pack. You can see just off of the tail end, I believe that was Brandon Freeze. The big moment off the tee. Yes, Brandon Freeze, Jeff Gluckner going at it. 19th and 20th on the track here tonight. Jess, how you doing? Good to see you back in the chat once again. This is what, 2 weeks in a row again? Hey, back on the roll. Drivers back off the 4 down the front stretch. They'll cross the yard of Brixby again. Lap number 4 here tonight. Or lap number 3, I should say. I apologize, getting a little ahead of myself. And Weinrich ahead of himself. Check out your race leader. He gone right now. Way out here out front. No, looks like he's going to have some connection issues, so we'll go back to second place runner Justin Gann, who's 1 3/4 of a second down from your race. Absolutely barely even seen in the framework here, barely out, barely in conclusion. Second place runner Justin Gann, Mike Rominger, able to keep near the front of this field inside of the top 5. Rominger started outside pole position. He's now running in the 3rd spot. Robbie Oddie has made up a spot or 2. Jackson Bell also getting by Todd Cray, who's now dropped 2 spots back to 6th. Darren Clement, Nick Hunt, and Jim Hunt all running right where they started, as well as Jason Stewart. That around now your top 10. David Elliott back in 11th. He's up 2 spots. Jason Harrison 13th. Tommy Hayes, John Hill dropping 2. He's back to 14. Chad Osborne up 4 spots. Biggest mover of the race so far. He's now inside the top 15. We'll jump around the track just a little bit. Trying to see what we can see out there. Close little battle here. And Jim Ott, Jason Stewart, David Elliott going at it. Back to the battle here between Robbie Oddie and Jackson Bell. That's going to be for 4th and 5th on the track. Bow tie being chased by a Supra. He's going to get the job done. We've got all 3 manufacturers at the front of this field. 1, 2, 3, Toyota, Ford, followed by a Chevy. Take a spot away from Justin Gann. They're going to stay side by side as we clue in on Todd Cray, who's slowly starting to reel this 4-car pack back in. Look at them all side by side, 2 rows deep down the front stretch. This is what the fans in the stands came to see. That's why it's a packed out house every time this hits the track. Just to the outside, still Gann hanging tough out there. Not allowing that run up the speed, but you really want to try to carry the car up to the outside wall, especially on these exits, keeping the car pinned down like that. You gotta get out of the throttle or you just really burn them tires up, and you're gonna pay for it. So the longer that GAN can stay and hang to the outside, the better off he's going to be as they stay side by side for another corner. Rabiotti looks like he's going to complete the pass, and no, GAN shoves it down into turn number 4. That's just what Adi needed on the Rominger needed on the outside. I apologize. Rabiotti right there still hounding Jackson Bell. Bell able to get by now, looks for a spot on GAN. Almost touch into one. Tonight on the track. Super out there. He's up in position. Is now running in the 3rd spot. Close the bank into the outside lane. Careful where they're at on the track as we head down the back stretch and back towards turn. Battles everywhere. Look at him on the corner exit down in turn 4. 50 miles an hour. Head down the front stretch and back. Officials allowing us to go out there and get these awesome camera shots. Big shout out to all the crew chiefs and drivers out there allowing us to put some of the onboard camera shots. We'll get to some of them as well here. Now it looks like Justin King maybe struggling a little bit. Still trying to keep the car up there in front of that 12 of Jackson Bell, but he's got Todd Gray right there nipping at his heels. 15 of Rabiotti still in the mix as well in that 15 Target Machine, the K&N sponsored 32 of Darren Clement. He's been running in that 7th position since the drop. Nick Hunt still in 8th. Jim Hunt back in 9th. He has the 10 position belongs to the 14 of Jason Stewart. He started right there as well. So first 4 right where they qualified. 7th to 10th, right where they qualified. Now Jackson Bell, Rabiotti, they'll switch and swap the position around. Bell has the top 5 spot for the time being. He is all over the tail end of Todd Gray. Tell you what, we'll jump around the track once again. We've got battles a little bit further back through this field as well. What do you say we give these drivers some credit back here? Running Jason Stewart, they won't even know it. Chasing Jim Hunt. There can see the 4 auto owners insurance Chevy Camaro leading this trio of cars. We've got 4 of them stacked up behind them. A little bit of gap, so draft really not working right now for Chad Osborne, Tommy Haynes, Jason Harrison, or John Field. We're able to keep relative pace, but we are losing a little bit of time. One of those possibly start dragging the brakes, get the draft going a little bit better. I think they may serve themselves well on a strategy call, but you know, who knows? They may be on a fuel strategy. They may be sitting exactly where they need to sit, sitting exactly where he needs to sit. This man right here. It's a shame every time we go to him. Looks like we have a little bit of a connection issue there for a moment. There he goes back on screen once again. Josh Weinert's in that 89. Super has just been lights out all night, almost a 5-second advantage now. It looks like he's going to pretty much walk away with this one. Driver's going to need a mistake from somebody out there or a mistake from Weinrich. stepping into the outside wall, maybe, or possibly a pit road penalty. Keep that in mind, race fans. 2.5 miles around the track. They've already begun lap number 12, so you're probably about halfway gone. Driver's going to start eyeballing that pit road entry. Don't want to shoot yourself in the foot too early here on the track line. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, typically when you see these turn into long green flag runs like we have here, we typically, whoa, I say that, and Todd Cray has a handful off of 2. We typically see long runs after that. Drivers begin to separate themselves, shove themselves out across the track, and looks like we have ourselves a long green flag run right now. Jump around the track. Once again, we've got some more battling going on. What do you say we jump through the field back to, well, we went back to for a second. Darren Clement and Jackson Bell battling 6th and 7th on the speedway. Now back to Gemont, Jason Stewart, David Elliott up 2 positions in that 42 machine. He's making some headway now. Chad Osborne up 7 positions. He's up to 12. He's got Tommy Haynes all over him right now. Jason Harrison in the 44 right there with Haynes as well. Man, driver's getting sideways. Are you seeing this? Driver's sideways at turn 2. We thought it may have just been time but as you continue to watch and you see that particular camera shot really showed it well. Sideways coming up at it too. Looks like most of them seem to have turn 4 right there, the exit of 4 and onto the front stretch, down the long front stretch and across the yard of the bricks. It seems like they're handling turn 4 a lot better than they're getting off of turn 2. We'll see if we can capture the drivers with that problem once again here. We go back through 1 down the short chute into turn number 2. Jason Stewart all over the tail end of that 4 of Gemont. Well, we're not seeing it so much right there. Looks like drivers starting to corral the cars a little bit here. We did see it was about 4 car backs right around Tommy Haynes or John Beal running 13th or 14th on the track. They were having a bit of a moment there off of 2 last time we looked. Let's go back just a little bit. Take a look at that A-Shot 42 machine. He's starting to make up some ground up 2 positions from where he started tonight. David Elliott now in 11th. Just a handful of cars out in front of David Elliott, who we were keyed on watching just a moment ago. There's Jackson Bell, Nick up, Jim on, Jason Stevens right there. Now the 4 looks to the bottom of the double O. Let's go, Brandon Camaro. Inside, he's going to drop 1 spot. Will he open up the door for another? 14 of Stewart can't follow through. He'll have to wait for the next straightaway. No, he's going to try it right here to the outside, coming off of 4. Does he get it done? Yes, he does. 42 now looks to the inside of Nick Below, forced into battling just to keep some track position right now. It's going to be no match for the fast 42. Able to utilize some of the help from the drivers making their way by to the inside and right on through. He's going to check out just a little bit. Jackson Bell now dealing with Gemont as Ott looks to the bottom of the speedway. No real changes there in the front of the field. Josh Weinrich still leads by 5, almost 5.5 seconds here. Mike Rocker's got 1 second over Justin Gann. Todd Gray beginning to reel Gann in, so we'll jump to the battle at the front very shortly. Watching this Auto Owners Insurance number 4 get his way up through the field. Man, Jim Ott's got that Camaro fired up, heading to the front. He sits in second. Front of the field, you can see the drivers making their once again. Todd Gray right there, close to that outside wall. He's still got Robbiati and Darren Clement behind him, but slowly, really in the 30 of Justin Gann. Back down the front stretch once again, and into turn number 1 comes the field. Turn number 1 downfield. I will head off towards turn number 2. Everybody down off of 2. There you see your race leader flashing by, and that is the gap. Second position here, back to Mike Rominger. Rominger's kind of in no man's land here. 6.3 seconds in front of him to race leader Justin Gann. 1.3 seconds back behind him. Just kind of all alone, and there you can see Gann, Todd Gray lined up. They both have Robbiati, who's beginning to fall to the wayside now in that 5th and final spot in the top 5. But Rominger, no help right now, so no rest for the Wicked, sitting in second spot right now. Mike Rominger going to have to get something done. Otherwise, the 2 drivers behind him may team up, may get a little bit of draft, and no pit road. Here comes green flag pit stops. We're going to have to keep our eye on pit lane. We're going to have to keep it right here. Look at everybody coming to pit road. Weinrich still continuing to have those connection issues in the entire field. The entire field has come to pit road. A few slick drivers out there. Check this out. Jackson Bell, John Peel, Gary May. All to pit road already here tonight. So look for these drivers to pull a slick one over the rest of the field. Jackson Bell was fast in the Toyota-sponsored Toyota Supra. He came to pit road 3 laps sooner than everybody else. We'll see if that's a race-winning strategy. Josh Weinrich down and away now. Mike Rominger, Justin Gann, Todd Gray, Robbiati, Darren Clement, Jim Hunt, all coming off of pit road. And Bell going to begin to pass a handful of these drivers. Will it be enough to pull the undercut? It's going to be extremely close here. He's only going to be able to get to the 5th place runner, Robbiati. Jackson Bell can take the 5th spot for the time being. Not able to leapfrog Todd Gray, Justin Gann, Mike Rominger, or Josh Weinrich, who leads this field. Staying right here for a moment, then we'll jump a little bit further forward because we've got a battle now after the green flag pit stop. Todd Gray, Justin Gann still right there running with each other, but they've reeled in Mike Rominger. That gap back from Rominger to Gann now less than 1 second. All of the drivers pitted on the same lap. Josh Weinrich actually pitting 1 lap later than the field. He's probably seen Weinrich come to pit road first. Interesting. nobody gaining there on Weinrich tonight. He's gone. 7.8 second advantage. I don't want to just stop talking about the man and what he's doing up at the front, because it's just having an easy race at this point, just managing the gap, managing the tires and the time. Josh Weinrich. We'll see if those connection issues continue to plague him, but right here, this man, absolutely gone. I don't know what he's doing inside the car. I tell you what, we do have one of our onboard camera shots here tonight. Let's go take a ride. One lap here with race leader, Josh Weinrich. A little bit of a handful there coming through the center and off of turn one. He'll jump back to the throttle through the center of two, hugs that white line, carries it out to the outside wall. Typical line there. I don't see anything special about that line. I'm telling you, special on the lap time right now. Weinrich just in another Simcoe. See him go down and just barely kiss that curb. Doesn't really run on it, just barely kiss that little bit of curbing that's to the inside. Oh, a little bit of connection issues still plaguing him, so we'll jump back out of the car. But you can see that curb right there. Not really on it, not running on it, but just kissing it ever so slightly with those left side tires. Gets the car to cut just a little bit more. And I don't know if that's the difference, if that's what's happening or how he's getting to it, but he is absolutely throttling the field here tonight. 8.38 second advantage right now as we work our way around the track. Lap number 24 out of the 90, scheduled on tonight's official race distance here in race number 7 for the Swift MotorSports BUTTKICKER Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Top spot still belongs to your pole sitter, the 84 of Josh Weinrich. Robbie running in second. Justin Gann, Todd Craig, Robbie Oddie, Jackson Bell, Darren Clement, all right where they qualified, first through seventh. Still first through seventh on the track. Jim Ott moves up one spot to 8th. Jason Stewart also up for one position. He's now going to be in the 9th position as David Elliott. The 42A Shock Machine, he moves 3 spots throughout the green flag pit cycle, and he's going to grab the final spot inside the top 10. Chad Osborne up 8 positions from pretty much shotgun on the field. He was 19th tonight out of 20 drivers. Now Osborne knocking on the door of a top 10. And speaking of that battle, let's jump back to that battle. Check this out. David Elliott, Chad Osborne, all going at it with each other right here. Osborne just waiting in the background right there. Jason Stewart, Jim Ott, David Elliott having a battle amongst themselves, filling them all in. It's Chad Osborne. He's just saying, open up the door. Just open up the door one time and I'll show you how fast this 195 Toyota Super is. I'll get right through it, right to the bottom and right around you, no trouble. Big slide there for Jason Stewart. He's going to have to keep it at the bottom of the racetrack, try to break a little bit of the ground. Man, Jim Ott's been able to keep here almost rear the tackle. Jason Stewart going to make his way off of the corner exit. We'll take a look back off of the tail end of the 14 machine. Looking back there, you can see Jim Ott, a little bit of a struggle up for that time. Now David Elliott's going to close in. Chad Osborne right there as well. For the battle. Once again, what do you say? Well, we'll stay right here with this battle for a moment. I'll tell you what is the closest one on the track. David Elliott, Chad Osborne, all going at it on the track. Jason Stewart starting to step away. 14 now up into the 8th position. drivers knocking on the door of a third of the way through tonight's race. 28 laps into tonight's 90-lap main event. The star-studded show here tonight. We've got multiple race winners in the show. We've got celebrities in the stands right here. This Speedway for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. We're looking for some more battles here. We're going to try to see what we can see. Looks like Tommy Haynes slowly starting to creep in on Jason Harrison. Let's take a look at this Budweiser 17 Toyota Supra. And yes, indeed, he is closing in on the 44 of Jason Harrison. Battle just inside of the top 15. Harrison sitting in 13th right now. Haynes wanting a little bit more on the track. Everybody has been through one green flag pit cycle. And if you've been paying attention, race fans, they did it back on right at around lap number 20. So look for a handful of these drivers in about 10 laps. They're coming back to pit road. I mean, just doing the math right there, you can see the driver's going to have to pit at least 3 more times to make it to the end. If they pit on, I would say, right around lap number 40. You know, they got to pit at lap 60 and then at lap 80 to make it. Is anybody going to try to stretch it? I mean, you got to make up. What is it, about 10 laps or so? I don't know. I don't know if that's excuse me. I don't know if that's savable. 10 laps? I mean, unless you've started saving from the jump, I don't think you can save 10 laps here at Indianapolis Speedway without falling off of the lead lap. I just don't think that can be done. I don't know if you're out there in the chat, you're out there on TV land race fans. Tell me what you think. Come on over to the chat. Let us hear what the fans have got to say about it. What do you do? Do you think you can stretch the field and make it just that 3 stop, or do you think you're going to have to end up with a half a can or 1 can instead of 2? I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a crew chief. Jump back to some battles once again up here. There you see Jim Ott still battling with that 5 now of Chad Osborne. Ott back in the 9th position as Osborne continues to pick up position. He's now up another spot inside the top 10. Moving to the front, that Mobil 1 Toyota Supra. And telling you, Chad Osborne, he's gonna make some waves here tonight. I've got a feeling about that Mobil 1 machine. We're going to be watching him a little bit later on tonight, a little bit further up through the running order. I don't think anybody's got anything for a race leader though. Checked out and gone. I don't know that they even left the lights on in the hauler. I think they're already ready to pull out because he is just absolutely in another zip code world of his own here tonight. Josh Bryant continues to lead. He's led every single lap since the drop of the green flag, all 32 in his back pocket. Already those laps here tonight. Your pole sitter, your race leader, Joshua Weinrich out to a second advantage. That's nuts. He's got something figured out for sure here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll continue to watch this battle right here with Jim Ott, Jackson Bell, and Chad Osborne as Ott was able to make up a position. Bell moving backwards now on a little bit older tires. And check out Justin Gann. Trying to pull a slick one, I think. Gann getting off sequence with the rest of the drivers around him. He's going to pit before Jackson Bell, who was the first driver to pit and really begin that green flag pit stop sequence. Justin Gann and Tommy Haynes, they're both going to pull to pit road. little bit early in my book. I am not sure about it. Looks like they're going to have to come back down the pit road. Let's see about. They'll come down at about, I think the last time, somewhere around lap number 70, 72-ish. And I don't think that's going to be enough to get it. Well, it would be enough to get it till the end, wouldn't it? You're doing about 20 laps, so if you can pit at 70, you'll make it to the end. Drivers slowly starting to distance themselves from their competition and fellow drivers. Josh Weinrich, as we already mentioned, dominating tonight's race here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Weinrich now knocks on the door of a 10-second advantage over the 29 and Mike Rominger, who has almost a 3-second spot over the 22 of Todd Gray. So Rominger has that second position pretty much locked up and in the bag. Todd Gray with a solid third right now. He's got 4 seconds over the competition. Labiotti sits back in the fourth spot. He's got a big gap, over 3 seconds back to Darren Clement. Clement, Jason Stewart, Jim Mott. You can see all of those drivers right there in screen. The K&N 32 going to head down to turn number 1, trying to scoot away from these two drivers as they pick up the heat. They begin to battle just a little bit. Contact with the outside wall for Osborne. David Elliott, nowhere to go. They make contact. With a green flag looking race. One problem. You cannot afford to have issues. And now both of these drivers are going to have themselves a handful of something to deal with. Damage on the tail end, damage on the front end. You can see it matches up perfectly. The 5 the front end, damage on that right front after contact with the outside wall. That's what slowed his momentum, and that's what brought that 42 of Elliott right into his rear deck lid. Interesting to see Elliott stay with him, tucked in line right behind. The front stretch here, maybe trying to draft here, maybe thinking that, well, we're both mucked up now. We might as well try to stick it together and make a fast draft. That may be the strategy being employed now as more drivers come to pit road. Todd Gray and Jackson Bell both gonna head down pit road. Gray already down on the way, getting back up to speed once again. Justin Gann has been able to leapfrog Todd Gray here. That's going to be a 3-lap difference on the tires for Gann. Bell back up to speed as well. Tommy Haynes up to speed. Jump around the track. Let's get into this battle right here. Darren Clement to the outside of the K&N. The 32 Toyota Camaro. Jim Ott going to put the Auto Owners Insurance number 4 down to the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 3. He'll make his way off. Excuse me, my goodness. Make his way off the corner exit now down from turn number 4 back down the long front stretch here as we've got the pit strategies beginning to go all over the board as the 15 of Labiotti comes to pit road. 00 of Nick Hunt going to pull down pit lane this time around. We told you we'd see those green flag pit stops in about 10 laps. Well, it started in about 5 laps. We mentioned that. And we've got a handful stacked up here, a handful stacked up there. Justin Gann in the 30 was able to leapfrog Todd Gray. We'll see if Gann and Gray continue to climb the ladder back through the field as this round of green flag pit stops continues to play out. This is your second round of green flag pit stops here. We have been clean and green all night long since the drop of the green flag. We we are inching closer to the halfway point already here tonight. Mike Rominger in the 29 machine. He's going to pull down to pit road, give up that second position, and now Jim Ott and Jason Stewart going to take those spots. Darren Clement dropped 2 positions. He would have had second, but now he's let Ott and Stewart by. Clement going to sit in 4th. Back down the back stretch once again. There you can see the train of cars making their way. 3, Jason Stewart chasing Jim Ott. Has some trouble catching up to him. Not going to quite get there just yet. Drivers will make their way off the turn 3 now, back heading into turn number 4 as Robbie Otti has a little bit of trouble and he's going to be heading to pit road. What does Jim Ott, Jason Stewart, and Darren Clement do? Looks like they're all going to head to pit road. Follow race leader Chad Osborne down pit lane. So what do you say we go back? Well, Osborne going to come to pit lane as well, so that's going to leave Justin Gann inside the Ayers Eye Racing Paints sponsored Ford Mustang at the front of the drivers that have already been to pit road. He'll make his way around the lap car. Jeff Gluckner going to pull the 24 iRacing Drivers World sponsored Toyota. That is a Camaro out there, son. The iRacingDriversWorld.com Chevy Camaro gonna head to pit road. Gluckner listed multiple laps down here tonight. I do believe he's listed well, no, just 1 lap down here so far. I thought he was 2, but no, just 1 lap down. Josh Weinrich, he gave up a little bit of time. Look at that. Almost half of that advantage taken out and wiped away by Justin Gann, who came to pit road almost 8 laps. Well, it's not almost, it was 8 laps earlier. To make up it's right around 6 seconds. Well, more of like 5.5 seconds was made up. The ground has been made up, but is he going to be able to keep the pace? That's going to be the question, because he's got 8 lap older tires, so the time should be in favor of Weinrich. We'll check the lap times as Weinrich continues to go around the racetrack here. Trying to catch it on the stopwatch as Gann goes down the backstretch, heading back into turn number 3. We'll take a look back at some drivers battling here. What do you say? Jackson Bell, Jason Stewart continuing to go at it. Close quarters off of the corner exit. They'll head down the backstretch as well. Everybody chasing Darren Clement right now for the 6th position. I say everybody chasing, but that's those 2 drivers caught up involved in the small little battle. Nick Hunt looking to gain some spots. He's closing in on the 17 of Tommy Haynes. And there you see the gap already beginning to grow. Last time around, race leader Josh Weinrich laid down a 52.95 to Justin Gann's 53.79. So that is almost 1 second faster already on the tires. It's a bold strategy, and it may pan out, but it's going to take quite a lot to dethrone Weinrich at the front of the field, who just continues to dominate, continues to build that race lead. Justin Gann sitting in 2nd, Todd Cray back in 3rd, Mike Rominger gonna sit in 4th, and Jim Ott round out your top 5. Darren Clement, Jason Stewart back in 7th, Jackson Bell runs in 8th, David Elliott gonna round out your top 10. Nick Hunt right there, check that out. Let's go, Brandon 00 Chevy Camaro on the track here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. Hunt sitting right around where he qualified in the 8th position, has just really been stymied all night on the track, really not able to move forward really not dropping backwards either, only dropping one spot so far here tonight as we are close to reaching the halfway point in this 90-lap main event here tonight for Swift Motorsports. And we're seeing a lot of that out of a lot of drivers. I mean, take Justin Gannon and Todd Cray, now second and third on the racetrack. They've just gained one position each on the track. Mike Rominger dropped back to the fourth spot. Jim Ott, he's up 4 spots. He's made some of the biggest moves throughout tonight's race. He started back in 8th, now he's running in 5th. Chad Osborne, he's made up quite a bit of ground here tonight. He's still the biggest mover of the race, up 6 positions from where he started back in 19th, now inside the top 15. Chad Osborne, the Mobile 1 Toyota Supra, sits in 13th. Jump around the track, see if we can't find any battles here. We've got drivers beginning to get close to each other. Darren Clement starting to reel in Jim Ott. We'll see Ott begin to come into view. I tell you what, there he is right there, but let's get a little different view. Why don't we go on board with that 32 of Clement as we head around this track. We are keeping our eye on that battle between Rominger, Cray, and Gann. The battle between Todd Cray and Mike Rominger heating up just a little bit here. We're going to jump to that battle. What do you say, race fans? What do you say we go up a little bit further through the field? Check out this little battle. Mike Rominger now looks to the inside. Justin Gann, like he sees in his rear view mirror, that's drivers side by side. That's going to help him, or potentially should help him, be able to step away from these two as they continue to battle, and well, battle no more. Mike Rominger moves to the bottom of the raceway. He's going to grab the spot in the center of turn 2, have it by the time they exit. What does Todd Cray do heading into 3? He's going to run right in the tire tracks. He's going to stay tucked in line. They'll make their way off of turn 3, and Rominger moves back to 3rd. Drivers spaced out, spread out all over the racetrack. We've got small little groups battling for track positions. Justin Gann, Mike Rominger, Todd Cray right here, 2nd, 3rd, 4th on the racetrack. They're all battling for positions. Looks like we've got another battle back behind them. Darren Clement, Jason Stewart going at it. Nick Hunt getting by Jackson Bell for the 8th position. They're going to stay tucked up with each other for the time being. Brandon Freeze starting to make up some ground. He's closing in on the 5 of Chad Osborne back there in that 13th and 14th position. So it's not just the drivers at the front mixing it up. We've got drivers in the middle, drivers in the back, drivers in the mid of the mid pack. Is that a thing? Mid of the mid pack? I don't know. I think I may have just created a thing. What do you think, race fans out the mid pack? It's the new place to be, in the mid pack. Tight battle right in front of Todd Cray. You can see him watching it all. He's got an up close and personal view of these two drivers that continue to go at it. I tell you what, let's chase them around the track one time. Coming at you right down the start-finish line. Driver's going to stay tucked up. Now going to look to the turn number 1. Everybody still on the gas through turn number 1, and Rominger grab the spot away. Justin Gann going to follow him into turn number 2. going to be able to make a move. Moves back to second. There's, I believe that was Gary May in the tail machine going by. 29, followed by Justin Gann and Todd Gray still sitting in that fourth. Down through the center of turn 3, everybody heading to turn 4. Down the front stretch, once again they'll fan out as well. Looks to make a move heading into turn number 1, inside advantage. Gray looks to grab the second spot from Justin Gann, who's now dropped back to 4th, and I think that's those overtime to show. Drivers running 1, 2, 3, 4, all the racetrack, all on different tire straps. Weinrich with the freshest tires. He was on the pit road just 10 laps ago. Mike Rominger 12 laps ago. Justin Gann 18 laps ago. Todd Craig, a little bit out of sync, a little bit out of order here. He's been on the pit road back at lap 35. So that was right about 15, 16 laps ago. And I don't know, race fans, it may be moves like this right here. Moves like that right there, if they don't happen, we've seen Todd Crane, we've seen other drivers get that run down the front or the back stretch and have that look, have the peak to the inside and not be able to make the pass. Is that hurting these drivers? Is that's what is taken. Excuse me, sorry, had to mute the mic for a second, had to sneeze there all of a sudden. Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, is that eating the tires up? Is that causing these drivers to lose a little bit of lap time? And Justin Gann all ready to pit road here, lap number 52. He's going to have to make at least one more stop. He's not going to make it from here, but Gann gonna look to come to pit road somewhere around lap number 70. We'll see if the undercuts are gonna be big enough for the Fast Forward Ayers iRacing Paint sponsored 30 of Justin Gann. He's gonna fall through the running order, and well, most of the battle is now going away. Whoa, big slide there from Darren Clement. I said most of the battle is going away. Well, we got one now. Jim Ott going to fall back into the clutches of Darren Clement with a big time moment off of turn 2. That's going to close Jason Stewart right in on him. Like we had some graphic too much graphic information going on at once. We do apologize about that. Josh Weinrich still continues to have some of those connection issues in and out of the timing and scoring. Still sits in that top spot. Mike Rominger sitting back in second. Todd Cray now runs in third. Jim Ott in fourth, and Darren Clement gonna round out your top 5. Todd Cray gonna pull the pit lane this time around. Continue this long green flag run here tonight. We have been clean and green all night long here from Indianapolis Motor Speedway, race number 7 in season number 4 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silver Back Solutions Xfinity Series. Weinrich continues to lead tonight by now almost a 13-second advantage. That's about a quarter of the way around the track. He is absolutely just gone. I mean, absolutely gone. Big gap back from the man running in second, Mike Rominger. Another 14.7 seconds back to Jim Ott. And look at the drivers that are left on the lead lap here. You see Justin Gann listed in that 12th position as the driver one lap down. The first driver one lap down in the lucky dog position. He just came to pit road a handful of laps ago. So he will get himself back on the lead lap. But are these undercuts really starting to hurt some of the drivers in the field? Gann was able to step away to quite a bit of an advantage over time, breaking this undercut 2 laps prior to when Craig came to pit road. Now the 12 of Jackson Bell going to be heading to pit road. I think we should see your race leaders head to pit road in the next, I would say, 4 to 6 laps is when we should see most of the drivers begin to head to pit road. And everybody is going to have to make at least one more pit stop from here. How did you play the strategy right? How did you get it right? If you wait and you drag it out to where there's only about 10 laps left and you got to come to pit road, do you gamble? Do you get tires? Do you just stop for fuel? What's going to happen with drivers like Justin Gann, possibly not trade those drivers on a 4-tire full fuel run to the end of this thing? Will they have the advantage with the fresher tires? Will it be enough time? Is 10 laps enough time to make up 30 seconds? I don't know. I don't know. Nick Hunt, David Elliott, Brandon Fries, Chad Osborne all to pit road this time around. And hats off to all the drivers here tonight. Mike Rominger in the 29 going to pull the pit lane as well for service and tires. Hats off to all these drivers, man. It's tough at any track to get the car woed up and down to pit road speed. But doing it here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where you're flat out when you get back in the gas right around that center point in turn 4, you're flat out on the gas, just hammered down, and you're getting it. And you can't afford to give up any time, especially coming to pit road. Indianapolis Motor Speedway, a long pit lane. You were down on the pit road for almost a minute. Right around the 50-second mark is where everybody's been on and off pit road, so I believe that's a good pit road delta, is the 50-second mark. That is a long time to be off pace. So if you have any trouble, it is going to be compounded by the fact that this front stretch is so long. As Josh Weinrich continues to stay out on the track through the green flag pit cycle, that's now going to leave us with just 6 drivers left on the lead lap. And how about that? Todd Craig in the 22 is in danger, or well, actually, I believe he just got himself back on the lead lap. Justin Gann also back onto the lead lap, so both of those drivers have been to pit road for a pit stop. They still have one more stop to go. Race leader Josh Weinrich's going to come to pit lane this time around. He's still going to have one more stop after this. When does Jim Ott, Jason Stewart, and Jason Ayerson call for their service and tires? We'll keep an eye on them. Looks like Ott going to head down into turn number 4. What do these 3 do off of turn 4? Chad Osborne with some trouble on the track. Looks like we've got 2 drivers staying out. Jason Stewart wants to lead a lap. Jim Ott going to come to pit road. New race leader for the first time here tonight. Can we say those words? We have been clean and green all night long. Now just our second race leader with 1 lead change here tonight. I mean, it is phenomenal what the Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity drivers are capable of. I mean, 60 laps, green flag at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That is absolutely talent. And it looks like Weinrich, he's going to go ahead and grab that spot back as Jason Stewart. He led a lap. He's good now. He'll give that top spot back to this man right here who continues to have some of those electrical issues. So we'll jump back to the camera shot with Justin Gann and Todd Cray, who will take over second and third on the raceway as we see Jason Ayrson pulling a bit back off in the background. And that's going to complete the green flag pit cycle. And although they were able to make up some ground on Weinrich, they're already giving it back up. You can see that gap already beginning to build once again over Justin Gann. We had it down to under 8 seconds. Now back up to 8.5 seconds already here. So those 8 laps difference on the tires, it's just not enough. You just can't cut into the 12-second race lead enough. You can't come to pit road soon enough. I mean, sure, Gann could possibly run this thing like a road course, and as soon as that pit window opens, which may be right here at about 9 laps, I mean, that may be enough. Maybe enough to close it, but I just don't think you can maintain keeping it once Weinrich gets back off of pit road. I mean, they're going to need some help from the racing gods. Justin Gann and Todd Cray, they've been fast all night. But faster has been Weinrich. Heavy domination here tonight, securing the most laps led, snatching the pole position, walking away from everybody. He's got the fastest lap of the race here tonight as well. So, I mean, just stack them up however you want. Weinrich, out of this world, alien here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Already, race fans, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love. Show them some appreciation. Drop them that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right hand side, get notified anytime when we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave McCabe, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're sliding through to say hey or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family that join us race in and race out, week in, week out. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Good to see you out there when you come around, Jess. Good to see you out there in the chat, as always, cheering on the driver sitting in third right now, the 22 of Todd Cray. So come on, hang out, show out, tune up, and turn up with Turn 3 right here each and every Wednesday night for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. This is your closest and, well, your only real battle on the speedway. Everybody else gapped up through the field by at least about 1 second. Jason Stewart about the closest battle back. He's going to be sitting right there, right at that second mark. 1 second mark back from Jim Ott. That's going to be pretty much your closest battle, your next closest battle. Brandon Fries and Tommy Haynes, 10th and 11th on the speedway. They're right at about a second away from each other as well. When we talked about the pace, race fans, we talked about this pace here. And pay attention. You got to pay attention to that timing tower here. When it scrolls back around, look how many drivers are left on the lead lap. Started tonight's race with 20 drivers here tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We have still got 17 drivers out there on the track, but we are down to just 10 drivers. 10 drivers on the lead lap. And the man running in 10th, he's got the race leader breathing down his neck right now. Let's take a look at Tommy Haynes and the Budweiser 17. There you can see race leader Josh Weinrich right there, still having those electrical issues. But that's not not stopping him from getting around this track. I mean, just look at the pace. It is unbelievable, the pace inside of that 84 machine. And he's going to move right on around the 17 of Tommy Haynes. I hope you don't take it wrong, Tommy, but making it look easy with the speed inside of that 84 Toyota Supra. I don't know what he's got under the hood, but the rest of his Toyota teammates, they want to know, and they want some of that for next time we hit the track at Watkins Glen. Stay tuned in for that upcoming race, January 5th. We will hit the track once again. A little bit of a holiday break coming up. And we asked, and oh, big trouble. Oh my goodness, Haynes pounds the outside wall. Absolutely pancakes the right side of that Budweiser machine. Does it again at a turn number 2. That was some tough licks right there on the right side of that Budweiser Toyota Supra. Big trouble here. We stay green flag though. Now just 25 laps to go. Back to the battle, here we go. Once again, 3-car battle. Second, third, and fourth on the racetrack. And that's where this is where the action's been. From about the halfway point on here tonight, we had some small battles going mid-pack and at the tail end of the field. Now, really, those battles have been concentrated right here, second, third, fourth on the racetrack. Everybody snaking, trying to break the draft, but that just brings everybody right there with him. Now Justin Gann looks to the outside. Todd Cray not wanting to open the door. Oh gosh, that's gonna get close. Oh, man. Close racing action right there. The 29 Chevrolet Camaro down to the inside, side by side with the 22 now. Cray looks like he's going to have to give that spot up. Mike Rominger to pit road back on lap number 56. 3 laps after Cray, 5 laps after Justin Gann. How quickly will he be able to do away with Gann? And I mean, there's no sense in me even mentioning it anymore. I mean, 9 drivers left on the lead lap out of the 20 that started tonight's race. Look at the gap, 16 seconds. Unless something happens to Weinrich, this is his race. And I mean, it's his race, period. No matter how you look at it. If he doesn't win tonight, he probably threw it away somehow. So it's pretty much all his tonight. Whatever he does is gonna happen. That sounds pretty redundant, doesn't it? Whatever you do is going to happen. Well, in the words of Billie Eilish, duh. Nah, just kidding. Anyways, Jim Ott sits in the 7th position. He's breaking that gap down to about a half a second on Jason Stewart. So we'll have a battle for 6th and 7th here very shortly. But still, the 3rd and 4th on the track. Todd Cray, Justin Gann continuing to go at it. They've got a handful of laps before the pit window opens up. About 2 more laps. 1 more lap is what these drivers, 1 or 2 laps is what these drivers really need. We've seen drivers be able to stretch at 22, 23 laps, but you really want to keep something in the back burner just in case we do have a green-white checkered here. I don't think we're going to see it, but we have seen drivers with some trouble. I mean, Tommy Haynes pancaked the side of that Budweiser 17 moments ago, laps ago. That could have drawn us out under our first caution flag of the night, and that would have thrown all of the strategy all out the window because it would have been all over the board on what drivers elected to do, whether stick to their strategy or come to pit road and have to rethink everything. Cray and Gann going to stay out on the racetrack for at least 1 more lap as we're down to just 21 laps remaining here in race number 7 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. battles starting to dissipate here inside of your top 5 as Justin Gann falls to the wayside. Todd Cray gonna lose about a second to Mike Rominger. So now 1, 2, 3 on the track, all spaced out, gapped up. Justin Gann gonna come to pit road this time by. Continue to watch Todd Cray for a moment. Let's jump back now to Darren Clement, who is all over the tail end of the 14 of Jason Stewart. Jim Ott not far off, back behind them. That's 4th, 5th, 6th on the racetrack. 10 seconds back to the 00 of Nick Hunt. And now just 7 drivers remaining on the lead lap. That's amazing unto itself right there. I mean, started with 20, and we've only got 7 left on the lead lap. Yeah, a few of these drivers have made their green flag pit stop, but a few of them have gone back on the lead lap because of some of these drivers that are going to be coming down pit road here. Mike Rominger, Todd Cray, both of those drivers yet to hit pit road for their final stop of the night. Josh Weinrich still leads by almost now 18 seconds. That's almost half of track. I don't think we've seen domination like this in Swift Motorsports before. I mean, last night, you may have heard me say that last night. I believe it was last night, or possibly it was Monday night. I apologize. I believe it was Monday night. Let's take a look back at the stats here. And, I mean, it was Monday night, but it was also last night with John McMillan Jr. just dominating at Darlington. Blake also dominating in the 8 truck. In the 8 machine, I'm sorry, not a truck. In the 8 machine when we were at Darlington on Monday night for the BUTTKICKER Airs iRacing Paints ARCA series. So I don't know, maybe this holiday break is just giving these guys some gifts. I don't know. Christmas spirit with Swift Motorsports. I don't know what's going on, because race leaders, pole sitters, they've been able to just set sail and dominate over the course of this week. We haven't quite seen the domination that we've seen here tonight, this week, or before here with Swift Motorsports. I mean, Josh Weinrich, clinical, surgical. I mean, I don't know that there's a verb out there to decide to describe and I apologize to all of the race fans and all of the drivers. I mean, look at it. I mean, he is absolutely just throttling these fellas here tonight. We're used to seeing Weinrich quick on the track, but we're used to seeing the speed out of everybody on the track. I'm not sure what he's got figured out, but he has got something figured out here tonight at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I mean, just, he's ghost. Right here, the 14 of Jason Stewart. He's still yet to make his final pit stop of the night. Jim Hunt in the Ford machine, 1.5 seconds back. He's yet to make his last and his final pit stop of the evening. Nick Hunt right there in the 00. Let's go, Brandon Chevy Camaro. He has come to pit road for the final time here tonight, so he's looking to get himself back on the lead lap, sitting in 8th position right now. A handful of drivers off of the lead lap in front of him. Justin Gann, all the way up to the 4th position, just now gets himself back on the lead lap as Josh Weinrich comes to pit road. So there's that pit road delta that we spoke about, race fans. I mean, you're going to run a 53, a mid 53 or so on your best lap when you first come out on the track. Well, Justin Gann, he's been out there for, let's see, I don't know, about 5 or 6 laps already on these tires, so these are not his fastest times. As Jason Stewart kind of head to pit road, that's going to give the race lead to Jim Ott. Ott looks to take the race lead for the first time here tonight. And Jim Ott gonna snatch the race lead for the first time here tonight. How about that? He's gonna pull us even 3 lead changes amongst 3 different drivers with 15 laps to go. Weinrich already down and away and getting up to speed. Justin Gann flying out there on the track, but it's just not going to be enough. The lap time longer than the pit road delta. So you already gotta be absolutely on it into pit road and on it out of pit road. The entire pit road sequence has got to be almost flawless. And you're going to need some help, and you're just not getting any help here tonight. I mean, Josh Weinrich, the only help right here is his pit crew was about 1/10 of a second slower than the rest of the field's pit crew on the money stuff. But even at that, 4 pit stops here tonight so far. That's only a half a second at best. And he was just absolutely just gone. I mean, look at it again. 2 seconds behind race leader Jim Ott, who is yet to come to pit road for his final fueling tires. Justin Gann, 16 seconds behind race leader. So that's 14 seconds in between Weinrich and Gann. Gann didn't gain anything, really, this time on the undercut. Now Ott is going to come to pit road, and that's going to leave the field back in the hands of your pole sitter, the man that has dominated, Josh Weinrich. Gone. Don Gray right there with Justin Gann, as we expected to see these 2 drivers battling with each other once again for a spot inside of the podium spot in the podium. Back in the point standing, sitting 7th and 8th, I believe it is. Yes, 7 and this. Yeah, is it? Can I get a thumbs up on that one? Okay, yeah. Producers over there in the background saying yes. 7th and 8th in the point standings coming into tonight's race are the drivers that are running 2nd and 3rd. Knotted up in the point standings. They're knotted up on the track right here. Drag race across the bricks to see who's going to take that 2nd spot here. Down into turn number 22. Inside lane, he'll have the preferred spot, and he'll grab the 2nd position away. They're going to have to get things sorted out fast, because here comes Mike Rominger in that 29 machine. He's going to look to grab a podium here tonight. Justin Gann going to be holding on. He's been to pit road about 9 laps ago. So Gann already given up quite a bit on the tires. We'll see if he's going to be able to keep Rominger at bay. I don't think he's going to be able to do so. Jim Ott running in the 5th position, 36 seconds behind your race leader. Ott has himself some company. They're coming. Darren Clement, Jason Stewart, let's go back. We'll watch this battle right here real fast between Mike Rominger and Justin Gann. See if they get this sorted out. And then head back to a battle that's still inside of your top 10. Back outside of your top 5, though. Rominger did stay back in the 4th position for a moment. Now looks to peek to the inside, heading down into turn 3. Not really forcing the issue, but letting Gann know that, hey, I'm here, I'm going to the inside. You can either make this easy or we can make it hard, but I'm going there. And Gann going to give him enough room, going to give him enough space, and the 29 going to take the third spot away. We'll jump back now with this battle between three familiar drivers, Darren Clement, Jason Stewart, Jim Ott, all right there, knotted up with each other, 5th, 6th, 7th on the track. Jackson Bell trying to make some moves and get himself back into the 9th position. He's all over Brandon Freeze. That's going to be for 9th and 10th on the speedway. And you can see right there on the left-hand side of your screen, race fans, both of those drivers down and off of the lead lap. So what do you say we go ahead and do some final house cleaning here tonight for the run to the checkered flag here in race number 7 for Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solutions Xfinity Series. 20 drivers took to the starting grid. We have still got 17 drivers out there on track, but we are now down to just 7 on the lead lap as Jim Ott has some trouble. What has happened to Ott? He has had to come to pit road with 10 laps to go. It looks like Motorsports going to be able to make it on fuel from here, so a tough break there for Jim Ott. Must have had the fuel strategy just a little bit off. Must have meant to get a little more fuel and just didn't quite get enough in the tank. He's going to come down the pit road for what looks like to be about 1 can of gas, no tires on the Ford machine. He'll head back out on track. He'll take over the 11th position. 1 lap down outside of the top 10 after running up near the top 5 all night long. Tough break for Jim Ott as he drops to 11th. Back down the front stretch, Jason Stewart continues to be chased by Darren Clement. That's going to be 5th and 6th on the racetrack. Mike Rominger still trying to close in on Todd Cray. What do you say we go up to that battle here? Battle for 2nd on the track. Nobody catching your race leader. 18 and a half seconds out front. Weinrich all but into the checkered flag. Already 7 laps remaining. Todd Cray trying to fight off the hard-charging 29 of Mike Rominger. Rominger now going to look to the inside down the front stretch. Not going to have the pass by the time they hit the bricks down into turn 1. Maybe a different story. He'll force the envelope a little bit, and up the track goes Cray. Right around the bottom goes Rominger. Cray going to go back to 3rd. Rominger going to snag 2nd away and off of turn 2. No trouble. Already building a half a car gap is Rominger trying to utilize the draft, stay tucked in right behind him, but losing pace. You can see that gap already opening up. Todd Cray just trying to salvage a podium. Well, how you doing over there, Mr. Good to see you out there in the chat checking in. Hope your race night tonight was as beautiful as this one here in sunny Indianapolis for race number 7 here in Swift Motorsports Butt Kicker Silverback Tax Solution. Clean and green all night long. 90 laps scheduled in the official race distance. We are now down to just 6 laps to go. Josh Weinrich, you can see it on the timing and scoring. 19 and a half, almost 20 seconds out in front. He's almost a half a lap in front of this field. He's put down over half of the field 1 lap down. No, now only 7 drivers and close to being just 6 drivers left on the lead lap as Nick Hunt dangerously flirting with falling off of the lead lap. It has been a crazy quick night here tonight. Lights out for the speed demon at the front. Josh Weinrich, and that Toyota Supra continues to just hammer down. We've seen drivers. Yeah, I agree. Cray needs to go faster, but unfortunately, he just doesn't have the pace here. Looks like he falls off pace during the long run there, Mr. Roger. And Mike Rominger was able to get himself up and around, and he's already stepped down to almost a 1 second advantage. Todd Cray was able to pick up a spot from Justin Gann. The undercut's just not quite working out, panning out for the driver inside of the Airs Eye Racing Paints Ford Mustang. The 30 of Gann going to drop a spot late. He's going to fall from second back to third, now back to fourth. He's flirting with being right at about 1 second behind Todd Craig. Craig the same gap in front of him to the tail end of the 29, and I don't know. I think Ott didn't get enough fuel. He was running inside the top 5 all night long, but Ott just had to come to pit road for whatever reason. He was only in his box for about 8 seconds, so that lets us know 1 can of gas on the stop right there. So it looked like maybe not getting quite enough fuel in it at some point in time. Jim Ott looked to be on strategy to have a good run with Todd Cray and Justin Gann, Jason Stewart in the 14 rounding out your top 5. But Ott just didn't get the fuel again. Come to pit road on lap 80, and well, there you have it. Less than 4 laps to go, and the man that has been lights out continues to absolutely just blaze a trail here tonight. Over 20 seconds out in front of the race. Just, I mean, what more can you say? I mean, there may be some lap traffic, but I don't think it's going to cause any problems. I mean, it hasn't all night for this man. We've had 4 rounds of green flag pit stops. I mean, I don't think anything but a bolt of lightning is going to stop this 84 right here. Mike Rominger in the 29 machine continues to run in that second spot, right where he qualified here tonight. Todd Craig, you can see him back in the distance right there in the background. He's still in front of Justin Gann for third on the racetrack. Gann and Cray gonna swap their qualifying positions. Gann gonna drop 1 spot as Cray gains 1 and looks to finish on a podium here tonight. Jason Stewart, how about his run tonight? Stewart rounds out the top 5 in that 14 machine as popsicle sticks display to your race leader. Stewart up 5 spots from where he started tonight's race. How about a big mention to this man right here? Haven't talked about him very much all night. Was pretty much around the mid-pack tail end of the field most of the evening. And look at this, just hard-fought battle all race long. Brandon Freese up 10 positions from 18th to 8th. What a run out of that 21. Big points going to be gained right there for him and his crew. But here we go, heading to the start-finish line. The 84 of Weinrich going to cross the line, and that's going to give us the white flag final lap. 1 to go here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Just 3 more corners for Weinrich to navigate his way around. And what has happened to Todd Cray? Let's go back to this battle. We got a battle for that final podium spot. Last lap. Who wants it? Who's going to grab it? Cray's got fresher tires, but does Gann want it more? These 2 drivers knotted up in the point standings coming into tonight's race, 7th and 8th. In the standings, 25 points back apiece from points leader Darren Clement. And something must have happened to Cray. He has burnt the tires off of that 22. Justin Gann is going to secure that 3rd spot. And well, Josh Weinrich, he's crossed the line already as we watch that battle unfold. There he is at the front. Pure domination here tonight. Pole position, fastest lap of the race, most laps led, checkered flag, he gone award. I'm out of here. See you later, plaque. This man, whew, gone. Absolutely gone. What a performance here tonight by that 84 machine. And how about Mike Rominger? Solid run here for him tonight. He's going to gain some ground in the point standings. Came into tonight's race 4th in the points. He's now going to walk away with a podium in the 2nd spot. Justin Gann going to secure a 3rd position. Heck of a run by all of these drivers here tonight to be clean and green all 90 laps. I'll tell you what, race fans, we're going to get things set up and ready to go for the post-race interview, so we'll step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And backtrack side once again at the end of another just crazy race. What a night here. I mean, absolutely dominating performance out there for your race winner. We'll get to him here very shortly, but first, let's see if we can't grab a few words with some of the drivers that walked away with the podium positions here tonight. Let's see if we can't dial up and have a good chat with our good buddy Justin Gann. How you doing? It's Dave. You got your ears on, pal? Oh, hey man, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid night here from Indianapolis?
It worked out for me, so I'll take it.
Yeah, a little bit different pit strategy, as you said there, for you and your 30 crew. Late there in that final run, you had given up a spot to the 22 of Todd Cray. What happened? How were you able to come back up and around and walk away from Cray and secure that third and final podium spot?
Yeah, I was very close on fuel there with the way I did my pit strategy. So I actually ran out. Uh, I was running out coming out of one there on that final lap. So um, I just figured if I could try to race a little hard with the 22, put a little pressure on him, thinking, I might be able to have a chance and pass him. He might make a mistake and slide up, and sure enough, he did. So it just happened to work out the way I was hoping. But this is one of those tracks where you make a mistake, it could cost big time.
Oh yeah, you pancake the right side one good time, and that's pretty much all she wrote. I don't want to say aero dependent because there's a lot of mechanical grip needed around these flat corners, but all of it coming together, and you walk away with a third place here tonight. Good qualifying showing for you and the 30 crew as well. So before we let you go and enjoy your holiday break, want to give any shout outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Oh yeah, I got to give a shout out to Ayers Iris Paints for sponsoring the car tonight. Definitely check them out for some paints. I got to thank everybody behind the scenes over here at Swift Motorsports coming in each week, uh, putting the league on the way they do. It's an amazing league. Everyone does an amazing job, so I got to thank them. I got to thank my team 4X for all the support during the race. So everybody seemed to have pretty decent finishes tonight over there. Definitely want to give a shout out to you as well, Dave, for putting on the broadcast over there with Turn 3. And just want to wish everybody a happy holidays and hope everyone has a safe holiday. And we'll see you afterwards.
Absolutely. Well, right back at you, everybody back here at the Turn 3 Racing Network. Appreciate all the kind comments that all of you drivers give us every time you hit the mics in the post-race interviews, and hope you and your family have a happy holiday. And Justin, we'll see if we can catch up with you when we go road course racing.
Alrighty, we'll see what these guys can do over their road course. It'll be interesting.
I don't know. We've got the left-hand turns down. I'm questioning them right-handers.
Yeah, that's we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Justin Gann walks away third on the track. Hard-fought battle between him and a handful of other drivers, but nonetheless walking away with that third position here tonight in that 30 Ford Mustang. Sponsored by Ayers Racing Paints. Justin Gann walks away in third, and that's going to lead us right to the man that walked away second here tonight. He qualified second as well. Let's see if we can dial up and have a few words with the man inside of that 29 machine. Mike, it's Dave. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, how you feeling after, well, qualifying right? Well, finishing right where you qualified, but, if we just scratched that 84 out of the way, you'd be at the front. I mean, a heck of a job. Second place here tonight. How you feeling after a great show?
Feels pretty good, but I'd like to have that one more spot. I'd like to win at my home track. So it's kind of disappointing, but it's a good run.
Absolutely. Well, we seen the Indiana native be fast all night. You just needed a little bit more speed inside of that 29 machine. But let's talk about some of the pit strategy. You seem to get off cycle with a handful of drivers. At any time were you worried that the difference in the tires was going to play out into their hands, that those undercuts were going to be big enough to gain them the position by the time we got to the checkered flag?
Yeah, I was kind of worried about that. But see, on that first run, I was trying to keep pace. I was going to try to, come in about the same time as Josh did, but in case, the caution came out, but they pit back behind me. They pitted so early, and I just ran it, 5, 6, 7 laps further than them. And I didn't know how that was going to shake out when I came back out on track. I knew I'd be faster than them two, and by the end of the race, I knew I had to pit somewhere close to them two guys to be able to get them fast enough and finish second. It was a battle for second tonight. That's plain and simple.
Well, whether whether it be a battle for second or not, man, it was a solid finish, a solid showing for you and that 29 crew. You came into tonight's race sitting fourth in the points, finished better than the rest of your competitors in front of you in the point standing. So this is going to be a big shot in the arm for you as we head into the holiday break. So when we hit the Glen, you should be in a much better point standings situation. But nonetheless, Mike, heck of a job out there tonight on the track, walking away with a second here before we let you go. Would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, you guys up in the booth for, putting up the broadcast, Justin for the league, and all the admins, everybody down in performance that helps out. They're really awesome. And the series sponsor, Silverback. And, yeah, I like to thank, everybody, and, have a good holiday and a safe one.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, have yourself a safe and happy holidays as well, and we'll see if we can catch up with you at the Glen.
10-4.
All right, there you have it. The man walking away right where he started tonight's race. The 29 of Mike Rominger gonna park the 29 right in that second position, and that's gonna put us on to the man that was in another zip code. Lights out all night long. Call him the Magic Man, disappearing act. Where did he go? Josh Weinrich. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, good to talk to you, Dave.
Yeah, good to get back up with you and catch back up with you. I think this is the only way anybody was going to catch up with you here tonight. I mean, finished tonight's race over 20 seconds in front of second place. Man, what engine is in that Supra?
I swear it's legal. Yeah, we were just, just going through practice. I kind of figured that, clean air was going to be really, really big. So I kind of felt like however the race was going to play out, with so few cars tonight, I kind of figured it'd be a lot of green flag runs. So, we were able to just, get the jump there at the start and, just took care of our tires and, made sure to not do anything stupid on pit road and played a fairly conservative strategy pretty much all race. And, yeah, it's just, once you have that clean air, especially at a place like Indy, it's, you're in a pretty good position.
Absolutely. You were in the best position all night long, and that was at the front of the field. You walked away with the pole position, the fastest lap of the race, the most laps led, the checkered flag. I don't know that they make any other awards or plaques, but you would have probably picked that up as well. So a dominating performance on your return to the track. Are we going to see when we hit the track again at the Glen?
Oh, yeah, definitely looking forward to it. I'm not road course racing in the NASCAR vehicles isn't my specialty, but I really enjoy it. Feel like Watkins Glen is a pretty fun place. And the few times I've raced there and on the official servers, it's been it's a place that you kind of got to take care of your stuff, not overdrive it. So it seems like as the seasons wear on, it seems like there's more and more of those tracks where you got to take care of your stuff. So I'm sure forward body will be big. I'm sure keeping the front tires on it will be big too. So it's honestly not much different from how it was tonight. So I'm sure next week or in 2 weeks we'll walk with clean air and taking care of your tires are going to be the two biggest things.
Absolutely. We couldn't agree more. Well, Josh, again, congratulations on getting to victory lane for the first time this season. Another checkered flag in the trophy case, walking away with the race win. So before we let you go and celebrate and head off into the holiday season, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Yeah, just thanks to Don, Gary Wells, all these guys that put this series together. Silverback Tax Solutions, Icing Group, Toyota. So just appreciate all these guys that put this together, and it's fun when you can race green flag, and hopefully we'll have some more of that next week at Watkins Glen.
Absolutely. Well, until then, my man, enjoy this race win and enjoy the holidays. Stay safe, and we hope to be talking to you here soon.
Yeah, appreciate it, Dave. Merry Christmas.
All right, there you have it. Josh Weinrich walks away from the track with a little bit more hardware to put in the trophy case at the house. Weinrich dominates here from Indianapolis. And that's pretty much going to do it for us. That's going to do it for the Swift Motorsports. We're going to take ourselves a short holiday break. We will hit the track January 5th at Watkins Glen. It is going to be a battle for the road course title. First time we go road course racing here in season number 4. I'm telling you, it's going to be some crazy battles out there, some crazy action. We'll have to see and wait how it all unfolds. But what a night here tonight. I mean, battles all over the racetrack. Dominating performance by your pole sitter and race winner. You can hear the familiar sounds in the background, so you know it's time to run down the unofficial race results here in race number 7 for Swift Motorsports BUTTKICKER Silverback. Tax Solution, dominating performance over 20 seconds out front. Josh Weinrich walks away with a checkered flag. Mike Rominger going to park the 29 right where he started, and that's in second. Justin Gann going to round out your podium finishers here tonight, while Todd Cray finishes in 4th. Jason Stewart rounds out the drivers in the top 5. Darren Clement gonna bring the 32 machine home in 6th. 7th place to Nick Hunt. Brandon Freeze back in 8th. Jackson Bell 9th. 10th on the track here tonight belongs to the 17 of Tommy Haynes. The 4 of Jim Ott will walk away from the track in 11th. 12th place tonight to John Pill. Gary May back in 13th. 14th spot tonight from Indianapolis Motor Speedway will be David Elliott. Jason Ayerson, followed by Jeff Glockner. Ron Schutte going to finish in 17th. 18th tonight to the 5 Mobile 1 of Chad Osborne, and that's going to move us right on along to our final 2 drivers. The 15 of Robbie Oddie going to walk away in 19th, and rounding out the running order in 20th position tonight, the 62 of Stephen Ayers Jr. Big tip of the cap, shout out, thank you, and you're welcome to your race control and admins just down the hall. Hope the food and beverages were good. They were on me, my friends. Andy Starcher, Don Kidder for all they do week in, week out. It's a shameless, tireless job down there in race control in the admin booth. We do appreciate all the hard work those gentlemen put in behind the scenes. We're going to begin to roll the cords up and get ready to turn the lights out. But if you haven't already, race fans, join us in that quest to 3,000. Show these drivers some love and drop them that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave, and the K, for anybody else back at the track, we do appreciate each and every one of you. Each and every time you stop by. With the holidays coming up, hope everybody is having some family time. Hope everybody's close to their loved ones and have a happy, safe holidays. So with all that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.